There you are. You're so fast. That kind of dedication really, really, really makes me want you so much. Like your level of dedication, and I was just about in tears of happiness earlier today and thinking about that. Whew, it's hot in here. I just got home like 15 minutes ago. Um, the class was very, very short. The ATP Business School. Um, it was one of the owner's sons that did it. He's probably in his early mid 30s or something, and he is so like monotone, and um, I'm really, really glad that he did his spiel in like 15 minutes. And then his dad, who did it last week, he's an ex, a retired like drill sergeant, and um, he went on like he did icebreaker activity. You're in an elevator with Donald Trump, and you don't know what floor he's getting off, but you got like 30 seconds. Like, what would you say about your like something that no one else knows? Oh, and that's a apprentice Donald Trump, not President. Yeah, like if you were trying to impress him, basically, like what would you rattle off in like 30 seconds? You came up last week. Yeah, I didn't go into any details. I just he's like something you're passionate about, like, and I knew it couldn't be about like faith, family, or work. Those were the rules. Um, but yeah, he's like, I'm like, I'm really passionate about my girlfriend. She lives in England, and she's gonna move over here, and we're gonna get married, and I'm so crazy about it. So I yeah, and then he's like, that's definitely approaches the subject of family. I'm like, yeah, you got me there, but when when the other person, like completely envelops your world, all my time and thoughts, like what else goes on in there? It's like whitewater weekend, like roughly every other weekend. Yeah, I mean that's the only other thing. I gotta say, I'm daydreaming in that boat a lot. Um, you know, in what I do too, can be used to a really nice romantic atmosphere, and I will explain that one. Okay, so about an hour south of here, there's a really nice lake. It's called Lake Wilhelm, and there's like it's like really remote. all around the lake, trees, and there's not very many houses like in sight or anything, but just sit in the middle of the lake at night. I think that would be a really amazing atmosphere. I don't know if you have lightning bugs there, fireflies. I have no idea if you do actually, but we have them here. Because I'll tell you what, if you don't, that's going to be something so special to you. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's really nice over here. America, and yeah, the people are nicer, you know, they really are, because I've had to deal with some very incompetent and very rude people. They've been one or the other pretty much over there. Then to meet your soulmate amongst just people that either drive you totally crazy and you want to wring their neck because they're being so incompetent. It's like there's the police. Yes, we're going to talk about this in a little bit. I promise not too much, but yeah, the police over there, like every single time that I like reported, updated, I got an answer from somebody else. Every single time it was somebody else. Not like, and then one of them did say, I'm not actually a police officer, like blah, 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 blah. So what I really, really hate is that, I mean, I presented solid evidence. And you want to know why your, they asked you to write your full name. They probably wanted your middle name, didn't they? Because I told them what your middle name was. Sometimes I think they might be kind of going about it by like in a slick sort of way to make your mom think that, like, to earn their trust or something. I sometimes I Okay, so yeah, and your age and everything, because they were verifying my facts. I think I told you that they were kind of trying to figure out if I was a Looney Tune or what. But it's like in some of those emails, some of those Facebook posts, it was impossible to stay calm. I was so angry. Um, I never swore once. Never swore once. I felt compelled to write very, very to the point, and in the second to last Facebook post, um, I told your mother that her heart is rotten and festering. Musasizi says, uh, what is wrong with this woman? Isn't it every mother's dream that her daughter find her soulmate and have a really, really, really good marriage? I think it is. But I think she is convinced herself to such a large degree that she thinks that she knows what's best. Maybe she was right about some things in the past. Doesn't matter. You know? And does she not trust your judgment at all? Anyway, um, yeah, we'll get to some fun stuff now. I sorry about my rant. I know that these are difficult topics, but you are signaling me. Hang on a second. Don't go anywhere because I'm opening the other tab so that I can see where you're going here. Okay. Okay, please. Oh, are you going to bed? Hit the like button if you're going to bed. But I will see you. I will see you in the morning because you know I'm going to live stream at 5 a.m. here, which is 10 a.m. there, and you're not going to bed yet. If you're not going to bed yet, hit the like button. Yep. Back. You're back. Would you? Had we? Oh. Okay. Yeah, because I wanted to go back. It was like questions for your boyfriend. That'd be perfect. You question to ask your boyfriend. Let's see what we got here. Oh boy. Okay. One went by really fast, or maybe yeah, it was part way in. Okay, here we go. 10 questions to ask your boyfriend. What movie was so sad that you will never watch it again? That's really easy, actually. That would be The Green Mile. Holy crap. Then one night, like, I was like feeling brave and I was like, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to do it. Like, I would never say, like, I'm not going to cry. Like, no. But I mean, to brave through it, and to brave through the tears, like, I mean, yeah. It's definitely The Green Mile. That's an easy one for me there. Okay. Next. What are the two biggest lessons you have learned from your previous relationship? I like that question. mismatch, complete mismatch. And so trying to make it work with the quote unquote perfect woman, if you will, like in a way. We never argued about religion and politics because we were totally in agreement. Oh, wow, great. You think, right? Sexually, we were miles apart. She did not address the fetish in the relationship and refused to focus on it more than 0.0000001% of the time. I was just cast out. So, lesson number one: never be with a woman that doesn't have the same fetish as I do. It's 2023, and weird people like us can find each other. No problem. In fact, I want to raise kids with you. They're probably gonna, you know, they'll probably be autistic and they'll probably have the same fetish, or they'll completely run the other way. It's always one or the other. Okay, so that brings us to like, what is another big lesson from my previous relationship? Well, I think I did kind of make 2 points there, and the other point basically was that agreeing on every big matter into detail into small matters and whatnot, being like having the same views and everything, that doesn't make it work. Not at all. Because if you place before me a young man that maybe a relative or something, was a little concerned, like, and like, and he's, he just threw it on me, say, could you talk to him, please? Thank you. Like, and like walks away, and the kid's like headed my way, you know. So like the to be groom, I would definitely have some like, especially if he's a really young guy. How well do you know yourself? Have you been completely honest with yourself? Like, kind of like what is inside um, that that brain of yours. Like I would. Are you sexually? Do you feel that you two are really like? How do you ask a virgin that? I was a virgin. I was a virgin going into my first marriage. Did we fool around and stuff? Yes. I mean, it would be unthinkable to. Although my desire was nowhere near like what it should have been or anything. Like, yeah. So yeah, I'm picking through these slowly. I'm long-winded. You know why they call Chicago the Windy City? It's windy out, right? That's what I thought. For until actually, I think I learned this just like 2-3 years ago because of my baseball game. And yeah, it's for long-winded politicians. Actually, that's why it's the Windy City. It's definitely true, but pretty freaking crazy. All right, all right. Enough with question two. going on with this thing? What the heck? Oh. What would be the absolute perfect day? God, any full day with you. And my answer, like, in the one question from yesterday, uh, too, is where do you spend most of your time? It is home. You know, like, and now, like, without you here, it's pretty much just me being at home so I can act crazy, um, express myself to you, like, about you, like, and yeah, like, a lot of neighbors have moved out and stuff, and, like, sometimes I wonder. I mean, gosh, I speak in tongues really loud sometimes, and it's kind of, when it's so quiet outside, as it was in the middle of the night. It's probably really good that I switched over to first shift, because on the weekend or something, when I'm off work, or even when I am working, it's 3 a.m. or something, like, and I'm, like, yelling in tongues into my lungs, like, uh, how how easy it is to forget into a quiet night when there's neighbors so close. Like, that was Karen and I at time of tuning. I fingered her, and she was really, really loud. And apparently, neighbors had kids. And they had to leave and all this shit, and I didn't even know, like, or realize we were in a tent. Kind of when that blocks no noise at all. Of course, it doesn't. You know, I don't know, but yeah, that's me talking about being crazy. Um, and having conversations with you, like, thinking everybody, video chats, and whether we're doing a chat in our head, you know, in our head. I I automatically I get mixed up. Me, you, like, I I I don't know what is happening. It's like crazy. Well, let's move on. These questions are pretty good. What habit do I have that I don't think many other people have? Well, that would be masturbating to pooping and farting. You, mm. Or that even have our fetish. I would like to get a percentage of the population. Um, I don't know how rare we are, because, like, sometimes you swear, like, you meet someone, like, surely they do, but it's like nobody else is talking about it. Like, I mean, all my friends know. I mean, like, I think that built a lot of my confidence to like see. But you did get to talk about it with your cousin, like and that can make it work. But I mean, to have the courage, then to even um, to look into and be in a relationship like that, to meet, like, and a lot of people have anxiety big time over that first, like time that you meet. um our case is all like, yeah, it's very unique, for one, that that we got together like coming up on like a year ago, and how advanced our relationship is. No two people that have ever met for the first time knew so much about each other. And I you can take that to the bank. Why? Because you got an identical brain or something. Like, it is so spot on. So I started to kind of think about some things, and I'm like, if we have an identical brain, which we may very well, what if we place ourselves purposely into the same environment so that we have the same reaction to, like, because then it puts our thought patterns in unison as well. Every to experiencing something together, because inevitably we think the same way, and inevitably, because I was thinking that, as the video, all the sea creatures, like, and the kind of flashing of the light, the way it hits the eyes and everything sends signals to the brain, and then, like, I felt like God told me that you were exactly 1 hour and 38 minutes into it when that's because he's where your cursor, move it to where you see that, in the commercial, and like I'm falling, and then I'm like really being exact, and I'm like, boom. I don't know, because I asked him where you were in it, and to guide me, please, and he did, but then there's always the live ones. The live ones never end, even if you sleep in. And when I get in there, I can send a message to you. Like, if I know, like, right away. If you like, yeah, just kind of keep an eye out on the comments, but because I have come in before, to a room. I told you that someone said, like, immediately, like, or like, actually probably like 3 5 minutes later or something like that. It wasn't a very active chat because I was like, I want to keep it on your screen. Maybe you'll see it. Others have chats that are flying. And that sucks. um, but yeah, I really do like those live ones, because then it's a guarantee that we're in unison. And the subconscious, you'd be surprised how much of the TV, the images and stuff like that, how active your mind is to your environment when you're sleeping. Even though, like, I completely don't remember when I wake up, unless you wake up while you're dreaming. You have to catch it. It's like the dream catcher. It's been important for, to people, throughout all of human history, that that we've been curious about our sleep. All right, that was long winded for sure. Okay. All right. What am I too hard on myself for? I would say doubting myself, and then that can be a spiraling um, disaster. Because once I start to feel I can't do something, then all the thoughts kind of flow into that and you know, um, supporting statements, if you will, like, um, yeah, because under pressure, gosh, I actually did pretty decent with the company owner. He was pretty impressed. Why? Because I had no freaking warning. He did his, you know, and he was done in probably a minute and a half. And then mine was probably 5 minutes because he did ask some questions, like, so yeah, he wasn't literally expecting it to be like 30 seconds, like, bug just, oh my gosh. I don't know where that ended up. Stomach, lung, throat. Did it come out? It was like a fruit fly. Used to have them bad, but not too many now. Yeah, it's having just one mammal in here now, and it's just a little guinea pig. I've not I've not gotten her a cage mate. It should be a dwarf bunny. Would be any male dwarf bunny because not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure they had sex and both enjoyed it. Just saying, if it makes them happy, you know, there's no such thing as a rig. Rabbit guinea pig. I had something better than that though. What was it? It did have rig in it though. Um, I don't know, but anyway, yes, they can't have children. So if they did, they would be cute. I'm sure. Half dwarf bunny, half guinea pig. They're all rodents. That's what I say about cats too. Because if they, and I know Tipex is definitely guilty of this. He got a charging cord, of yours back when you had them around and chew it. You chew, you gnaw like that, you're a rodent. You're gonna get called a rodent. And I told you about the game rodent too. That yeah, my ex and I used to play it with my nephews, and they really liked me, by the way. And most children do really, really like me, but I think they sense my immaturity that I can actually have fun like like they can. And you are much the same. It's natural to us, like to like. I got news for you. It's not going to go away in life. Yes, we're gonna have more fun. Yeah, it's like you get to be a kid forever. And literally, yes, you do. I was reading that passage in scripture to who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven, and Jesus asked that a child be brought before him, and he said, "Unless Ye become like little children, you will not inherit the kingdom of God. I adult because I have to bring money into the house, you know, keep the ship level and all that. And so the rest of it, the rest of it's what I want. Exactly you. And to do everything that you do. You do everything I do. But I think it is healthy that even we have a break from that, where I'm at work and take care of some chores here and indulge in your hobbies. Um, yeah, because I want to teach you some new ones. I think too. Um, I've not made a stop motion video in 25 years. Never never wanted to give it up. Time, you know, time got a little more sparse. You know, you start out going 5.5 hours to, like 5 days a week to school. It's, yeah, you get homework sometimes, but like you really add it up, like you had more free time, when you were a kid. It's what it what it looks like for me, and I am very very thankful that you have so much time to devote to me, because I'd be falling apart. Like when you've been stripped away from me, I lost it, and the kind of pain that gets worse with time, um, until you came back, and oh, we are such geniuses at this by now. Like, yeah, there's never going to be trapped in a tomb for 7 months. No, it's not going to count. And knowing that even if silence were to break on the other end, to trust this love that much, that's never shaken. But when that's not shaken, you can be shaken with pain, suffering when separated. Other soulmate twin flames go through a separation period every single time. And every single time it was voluntary. What the hell's going on with us, man? We would never voluntarily separate. God knew. Sign of a perfect relationship built by two, well, built by God, but carried out by two sinners that God has some perfect parts to inside both of us, can make perfect love. And He wants to send a reminder into the world of what He originally intended. And we are to live that out and show the world what it looks like. There's a lot of purpose. Okay. What are you signaling me? It is. Yeah, it is. Okay, so hit the like button if you're going to bed soon. But I definitely want to close it out right, so that I know when you're going to bed, because I like to give you good night loves and good night kisses. Not going to bed, or that's bad timing because I don't know what the delay is, but yeah, I had like just started to, if you were not, so you are going to bed soon. Oh, here we go. In the time frame of five minutes. Um, if that's okay, because I will actually peek at the time and I'll announce it. Okay, it's 5:50. 5 minutes. Then the other question I want to ask you is, if you want me to finish up on the questions video. Um, okay, so here's the question. Do you want me to finish up on the video and then we say goodnight? Okay. Okay. Here we go. All right. What I was too hard on myself for? Yeah, that generates anxiety. What is something you probably should do but will never do? Um, I would say I can be stupid sometimes, and then you know, all right. So like, piece of my lawnmower fell off, and I had to order a new part, and then it turned out I found the part. It got thrown away in this one place that I was rafting in the park, um, and it was at the ball fields, and it got thrown in the garbage because it fell off my lawnmower. I put my lawnmower in the dugout while I was rafting, because it was so it didn't get wet because it was raining some, I think. Plus, I didn't want anybody to see it, steal it. Um, but yeah, a piece of it fell off, and I found it. I get $20 if I return that part that I now don't need, and then I have a money transfer for Mrs. CZ back before like we had things figured out, and Western Union, it's $10 there. Like, I need to get on the ball with that stuff. I never do. I always say, "Oh, maybe." What was the best thing about how your parents raised you? I told you before, I am really, really grateful to my mother for toilet training me to a late age. It made me the way that I am. I started to associate with comfort, protection, these positive feelings, these positive vibes, and having her attention alone, like alone time with, so these things can very smoothly flow into a relationship from being parent, like that would be the most beautiful transition, like for our kids, like to just you know the things they learn growing up, and applying them, you know in a relationship, and seeing our example. do I most look forward to getting old? Um, I would say, I would say, seeing a big family that, like, God, I'm 40 years old, but like, I don't feel like 40 at all, and like, I feel like I got many years of health. I mean, horrible accidents and shit happen, but you know, um, kick these bad habits, to ensure that I am healthy. I'm very healthy. But yeah, I think we got a lot of things and a lot of years before we head off into eternity together. A lot of years, actually. 80. No, I'm not kidding. Seeing that big family, and nothing that anybody would have ever thought, like me going into a divorce at, 40 years old. And I'm like the 40-year-old version. It's so funny. I've never really been like able to just like enjoy sex at all. So, yeah. Number nine. What is the biggest sign, or what is the biggest sign of weakness in a person? See that? That kind of caught me off guard because it's always like about you. But like, what do I think is the biggest sign of weakness in a person? I would say people that basically live to serve a company and money. And I'm talking about like owners. Even if we owned a business, I would not at all be like them. Like, man, I wouldn't be there. You know, I mean, I would definitely be nurturing of that place and making sure that place is like, I don't know, I'd probably run it into bankruptcy though because of my generosity. And honestly, I'm not cut out to do something like that. The people who are honestly seem so simple and cold and predictable. And I can't relate to them at all. Honestly, I consider them weak. Yeah, I'm talking about the company owners and stuff. I'm kind of like, just kind of, you're an idiot. You know, it's it's really what I'm thinking. You think I'd be able to act so cool around them? But no, I'm a fidgety mess. All right, on to the last question. How often do you feel like utterly worn down? You remember, yeah, like where I told you that my brain had like collapsed. That was a lack of sleep um, that caused that. Where I would like pick up a part, I'd look at the mics, look at the part, like, what? You what? Hmm. I wasn't tired. I was wired. My brain wasn't working anymore. God got a hold of me. The Holy Spirit drove me around that floor like wheels, like Hot Wheels. Gosh, my legs were powered. Yeah, that all really happened. But then once he was, once it was like kind of coming up, you know, losing functionality completely right after that. And coming back to not knowing where every single person was to a T, eyes going choo 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 choo. Andre, like when he was like threatening to like beat me up, like he got out of his chair at the exact same time that his chair, boom, boom, like my fist went, and it was so loud that he had to have heard it, and how instantaneous that was. But yeah, I was utterly worn down after that experience. Yeah. Um, so I had to wreck my workstation and everything, and like, because I was like, I can't think. I can't think, like, and how am I going to explain this, you know? Not to mention, I was probably, um, with brain not working, all that, like, um, when I got that run down, it was probably damn near close to dehydration. Um, all right, so yeah, I don't want to be too long winded, and then we have to like, okay, so hit the like button if you're still there. First of all, Hmm. I know you will come back to watch this, but I don't want to close it out now, just in case. Let's check out history. See where you're at. Locate ya. Babe, if you're there, can you signal me? It's only 20 minutes. I still got to feed the guinea pig. Where is my vape? I'm coming, girl. No. Goodness me. Oh. Oh, man. I can't believe I did that. so I know you'll catch this later. All right, so yeah, I was going to play my baseball game, and I mean, this was a big, epic battle, and I think I was up 8-7 in like the seventh or eighth inning, and I accidentally shut off the PS2 because it was on for a reason. I was oh, so tough now. You gotta hit the reset too. I can't believe that happened. I lost. That game is now gone. Got to start that game over. Know what their pitcher is all about, which isn't too fair to them. Yeah. You're back. You're back. You're back. Okay. Yeah, I was like making the I was making it for you to watch later because I know it like posts automatically as like a private video that you can catch later when you wake up. Yes. So we get to say goodnight properly. Yeah. Yeah. Um, or are you staying up a little longer? Or hit the like button now if you're going to stay up a little longer. Okay. I hope you're close to your TV too. And love you so much, my angel. I'm going to bring you home. You're going to love it in America. It's awesome over here. It really is. I'm not going to lie. It's very awesome. We're going to have a great life here. Our bodies will soon meet. I love you, sweet angel. Good night, my love.